right, so this video is going to be about a Kotaku article, and it's starting to kind of go around, but a Kotaku article that took offense to people calling SJWs, which I think SJW is kind of a funny thing to call, where they say social justice warrior. A warrior would be someone that actually fights something. So basically a warrior is going to fight. It doesn't have to be with hands. I'm talking about fighting with words. Social justice warriors don't fight with words. All they do, the only words they have are the pre-programmed words that they're told to throw out there. So basically, if someone comes up there and says, "I'm a far left liberal," I'm a Bernie Sanders, left of Bernie Sanders, Ocasio-Cortez, socialist Democrat, but I'm pro-life. Next thing you know, racist, bigot, sexist, homophobe, Nazi. That's what they're going to call you. Fascist. Racist, bigot, homophobe, Nazi, fascist is what they're going to say. Right off the bat. They're pre-programmed to say this. So the NPCs is what they call, I'm actually a person that loves, I love Final Fantasy. I play RPGs and stuff like that. I just love that. Back in the day, back in the early 80s, when the first Final Fantasy came out on Nintendo, you had non-playable characters, which you still have that in today's games, but of course they've gotten a lot better as far as because games are bigger now, so they they can say different things, say more things. Anyway, that's beside the point. The issue is non-playable characters in a video game. Mainly, it used to be RPGs mostly. You walk up to them in a town or whatever, and they'll say, "My dad went over to the creek to go fishing, and a monster got him," or whatever. Let's just say that a monster got him. So if you walk away from this person and press A again or whatever it is to initiate conversation, they're going to say the exact same thing again. That's where the NPC meme is coming from. That is a player that you cannot control, and they act into the same thing. That's what they do. But the Kotaku article is saying that this dehumanizes social justice warriors and stuff like that. Here's the issue. I'm gonna link that Kotaku article in the description. The issue is that, don't you think dehumanizing is also calling someone a racist, bigot, sexist, homophobe, Nazi? Especially a Nazi, because if you call someone a Nazi, what that does is that gives someone a green light to just call you and do to you or do anything they want to you. That's the way they do it. Racist, bigot, sexist, homophobe, Nazi is what they say. And when they say that, that's dehumanizing speech, because what worse thing is there to be but than a Nazi or fascist? It's the same thing, but it's okay when your side does it, because that's what they're really being, right? Even though a non-playable character, a person that cannot debate their position, that's the way. That's exactly what you are. And maybe it's a situation where if you are acting in a pre-programmed way, throwing on your pussy hat, I hate every single thing Trump says, it doesn't matter what it is, I hate Trump. You go to one of these rallies, or they have these gay rights, whatever, and you see the videos on YouTube. They go and talk to these people. What do you think Trump's a homophobe? Yes, he is. Well, what exactly has he done for you to consider him a homophobe? Well, it's just everything. It's just everything. There you go. Non-playable character. They don't know anything else to say but racist, bigot, sexist, homophobe, Nazi. That's all they can say. There's nothing else they can say. So you're pre-programmed to say the exact same talking points that you have been given by your programmer. So the NPC meme, it actually works. It's perfect. But they're upset. Dehumanizing. That's what Kotaku says in there. Dehumanizing. Are you serious? I'd rather be someone. If it had to be one thing, I'd rather be an NPC than a freaking Nazi. So anyway, that's my thoughts on that. I just thought that it fits. It definitely does fit. NPC. non-playable character. I mean, it's basically the same. If you're in control of your life and you are formulating your own opinions, that's the reason that a long time or a while back I was saying I'm not a fan of Trump. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of any political party. I think for myself. That's the way it is. If you're a fan of a political party or a political ideology, you will become an NPC because you will steadily come with the same talking points that you're being told to put out. So we got to stop. You can have NPCs on the left and the right. It's possible. Of course, the ones that make the biggest splash right now is, of course, the social justice warriors. NPC is more like it. Those are the ones making the most noise. Anyway, that's my thoughts on that. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and all that. And we'll see you in the next.